Just begin lying down on your back. We'll stop before we start. Have your feet as wide as the mat, just let the knees press together. Then you can rest your hands on your belly. You can maybe rest the right hand on your belly and left hand on the chest. And just see how that feels. So you might take a little moment just to get settled there. Let your day melt away. We'll take a big breath all together, just filling up the belly, filling up the chest. As open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Get that nice, easy rhythm going now. So with the breath in, just feeling the belly inflate and the chest inflate. And with the breath out, just noticing the belly drawing back towards the spine. Do that a few times, just using the breath to help you calm and focus. And then on the next time, on the breath out, think about drawing your belly button back towards the spine as much as you can. And also feeling the spine flat on the floor as much as you can. So there's a little bit of a pelvic tilt. And on the inhale, just release and relax. So as you exhale, you're drawing the belly button back towards the spine. There's that little pelvic tilt as you feel more of the spine on the mat. You can even engage your glutes, your hamstrings. And on the inhale, relax and release. A few more times, just exploring now the strength of your core, or looking for it. Yeah, the belly drawing back, bracing the core, and feeling more of the spine on the floor. That little pelvic tilt. And then release. Your last time, as you exhale, just feel that strength, belly drawing back. Remember how this feels. And then as you inhale, relax and release. And on your next exhale, walk your feet towards each other. And then start to draw your knees into your chest. So today's class is all about perfecting that Chaturanga. So the Chaturanga is when you come from plank and lower down and hover off the floor there in that L shape with the arms. So for the ideal Chaturanga, we want the core engaged, we want the shoulders engaged. At the same time, we want a nice long spine, nice strong legs. So to begin with, let's strengthen that core a little bit. Okay, so we'll take the arms out, either side of us. So you've got like a crucifix position, your palms flat. Nice and easy to begin with, just let the knees fall to the right. And then bring them back into the center, and then let them fall to the left. Okay, so just swinging from side to side, not putting too much pressure on anything at the moment. Just letting the spine get used to the twisting. Okay, and then start to think about your belly drawing back to the spine as you lower the knees on the right side, squeezing the thighs into the chest, coming back to the center, and the same on the other side. So starting to engage the core muscles a little bit now. The more you can engage the core, the less you're gonna use your back. You really press down through the hands as well, so they're helping you, especially the opposite hand to where the knee is going. Good, and then last time, just letting the knees fall each side. Good. And then bring the knees back to the center. Wrap your arms again over the tops of the knees and squeeze the thighs now, either side of the rib cage. And try and flatten the spine on the floor, and that might be different for everyone. So everyone's got a different shaped spine. This will be easier for some and harder for others. So don't force it, but do try and feel each vertebra on the mat. From here now, extend your legs all the way out to the front of the mat. And flex your feet, draw the toes to the sky and push through your heels. And then take your arms up and over your head. Okay, so notice you've got an arch in your lower back here. So take a big breath in. As you breathe out, draw your belly button back. Try and tilt the pelvis and feel the whole spine on the floor again. Okay, so if this is your first class after a little while, take your time, explore it. And then inhale, release, relax. Good, again, as you exhale, flex through the feet, you're pushing through the heels, and then squeezing the belly button back to the spine, tilting the pelvis so pubic bone comes towards the rib cage, and then release and relax. So last time, on the exhale, flex through the feet, squeeze the belly back towards the floor, tuck the tail. You should feel that plank pose there. One more breath. And then we can release. Nice, guys. From here now, you're going to stay in this shape with the arms above the head. Take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze the belly button back, brace the core, tuck the tail. Lift your head off the floor and lift your arms off the floor and hold it there. So you should feel the core flatten towards the mat. Hold it, breathing in. And then breathing out. Good, lower yourself all the way back down and then release and relax. So it's not a big movement, but you are engaging the core. Yeah, so try it one more time. Take a big breath in, flex through the feet, bring the pubic bone towards the rib cage, just lift the head off the floor, shoulders off the floor, flatten the belly in towards the spine, hold it there, arms by your ears, and then release and relax. Well done, bring your knees into your chest. Arms over the tops of the knees again, just rock from side to side. Hopefully those hips are feeling okay. And then we're going to come hands behind the thighs, come up into your high boat pose. Okay, catch hold of your block here. Squeeze your block in between your legs. And then draw the block towards your chest and your arms forwards, forehead towards the block. Okay, now try and hold it there. Keep squeezing the block in towards your chest and the chest in towards the block. Hold it for 5, 4, draw the belly button back towards the spine. 3, 2, 1. Okay, hang tight. Take the block and rest the block onto the shins there. Okay, and if you haven't been for a while, don't worry about the block. If you haven't got a block, don't worry about a block. Try and lengthen your legs straight, tuck your tail, hover until you get onto the lower back, and then come right back in. Catch hold of the block or not. Legs go out straight, arms go up and over your head, relax into the mat, shoulders strong, head, chest lifted. Bring it right back in. Place the block onto the shins. Reach the feet away, take the arms up and over your head, squeeze the belly button back towards the floor. Coming right back in, bring the knees up. Last time, are we there? Take your arms up and over your head. Don't worry if this isn't working, do your version, do your practice. And then release and come all the way back up. Yeah. Take the block to one side, you're going to spin onto your bellies. So you can lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Okay, rest your forehead on your hands a minute, just let the hips move from side to side. You're going to recreate that plank pose using the floor now to help us the other way. All right, so if you reach your arms out in front, flex your hands, fingers towards your face, point your toes, push the tops of your feet into the floor, the thighs and the pubic bone, forehead down into the mat. Now feel your belly draw off the floor and your lower back get longer and really push down through the arms and the feet. And then relax. Okay, so this is the shape that we want, the feeling that we want when we're in plank pose. So flex your hands, fingers towards your face, forehead into the mat, push down through the feet, the thighs, tuck the tail, make the lower back feel longer. Draw your belly back away from the floor, breathing in, breathing out. Again, then release and relax. Well done. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Sphinx pose. Notice if the arch feels really deep in your lower back, because this is effectively your Cobra or your upward dog. So now try and push your feet down, try and push the thighs down, pubic bone down, lengthen your lower back to protect it, and then lift the head, chest up, pushing through the elbows. Big breath in. And as you breathe out, keep the legs strong, the belly drawing back, and let your shoulder blades meet in the middle. And then push away and round into your upper back. That's it, try it a few times. Chest drops, shoulder blades meet in the middle. And then push away and round into the back. And you draw your belly button back. Last time like that, let the chest drop, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then push away and round into the back. So now you've got the upper body sorted for your half plank. You're going to tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, and lift your hips up. You're rounding into the back, lengthen your lower back. Remember how it felt just a moment ago. Recreate that, and if your belly isn't shaking, then you're not in quite the right place. We want it to shake, we want it to strengthen. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, release the feet, lower the thighs, lower the pubic bone. Remember, don't overarch your lower back. Lift the head, chest up. Get a little bit of stretch through your core. Breathing in. Try it one more time. As you exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Start to round. Then lift the hips up. Okay, so as much as you're tucking your tail, you're drawing your head forwards and pushing your heels back. And your arms are in that L shape that they will be in when you get to Chaturanga. Last breath. Lower the knees, release the feet, lower the thighs, pubic bone, and draw the head, chest forwards. Oh, it's hard work. Lower yourself all the way down. Take the hands underneath your shoulders, and then push the hips back into your child's pose. That's it. You can grip the hands into the floor so that you're getting that extra stretch through the arms and through the chest, through the armpits. Good. Come up onto all fours. All right, so lift the tailbone up to the sky without moving the upper body. And then feel the opposite of that, tuck the tail round into that lower back, nothing else happening. And again, lifting the tailbone up, feeling the arch, and then tucking the tailbone under, feeling the lower back get longer. All right, maintain a neutral spine now, so the hips are level. Same thing with the upper body, just the upper body. Let the chest drop, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the middle. And then push away and round into your upper back. Nothing happening with the tailbone now. And again, try and isolate it. Let the shoulder blades meet in the middle. Do what you can do. And then round into the back. Spread the shoulders. Last one. Chest drops, shoulder blades meet in the middle. And then push away and round into the back. Good. So from here, you are going to tuck the tail under as well. So you've got the shoulders rounded, you've got the tail tucking. You're just going to hover your knees off the floor and hold it there. Now try and drag your knees to your hands to knees without anything moving. And we'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, draw the belly button back, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, let the belly sink and lift the head, chest up. So we get to stretch out what we've just worked. Yeah. As you exhale, round into the back, tucking the tail, tuck your toes under, and hover your knees off the floor. Now drag the hands to knees and knees to hands. Fire up that core, everything should be shaken. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, draw the belly button back, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, release, let the belly sink, lift the head, chest up. Good, and then exhale, round into the back, chin to your chest. Good. Come back to neutral, sit onto your heels. Hands go behind, interlace, draw those shoulders back, and press the hands down towards the floor. Get a lovely stretch there, breathe in. Counterpose all of that work that we've done so far, and breathing out. All right, so you know that in Chaturanga you can always drop your knees. If you've not been for a while, drop those knees, make it easier. Catch hold of your block, rest it in the center of your mat. Bring your hands either side of the block, tuck your toes under, come up into your first downward facing dog. And heels go down one by one. Let those hips move from side to side. Okay, so let's recreate all those shapes now. We're going to come up high onto the toes. Bring yourself forwards into your plank pose. Okay. Lower your knees to the floor. Now draw your chest forwards. We're going to come into Chaturanga. If you've got the block, then you can rest your chest, or the center of your chest, in between your chest, there on the block. Okay, once you're there, release your feet, and push through the hands, and lift the head, chest up. If you need to be lower, you can always have the elbows bent. Otherwise, straight arms, lifting up. Tuck your toes under, and lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Okay, so make your technique be perfect while we do it slowly. Come up high on toes. Roll yourself forwards, find that plank pose. So as much as you're drawing the head forwards, rounding into the upper back, little tuck of the tail, you're pushing your heels back. Okay, lower the knees, release your feet. Now take your chest forwards as the elbows bend. You can rest the center of your chest on the block. Push through your hands to lift the shoulders up and down the back into your up dog cobra. And then take it up and back into that downward facing dog. All right, last time like that. Come up high onto your toes. Roll yourself forwards, find that plank pose. Okay, you've got the tuck of the tail, the chest drawing forwards, the rounding into the upper back. Lower the knees, release the feet. Now how slowly can you lower? And those elbows go in line with the shoulders. You can rest here on the block while you reset and draw the shoulders down the back. Can you tuck the tail a little bit more? And then lift the head and chest up. Cobra up dog. Good, take it up and back, downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the floor, have your toes tucked under. Sit back into your heels. Take the hands behind you, interlace, draw those shoulders back. If it's too much for those toes tucked under, you know you can always release them. Nice big breath in. Long breath out. Good, building up a bit of heat. Take the hands outside of that block again. And then lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So giving this Chaturanga a nice spring clean. Come up high onto your toes. Roll yourself forwards into plank pose. Now, if it was already tough when you were dropping your knees, drop your knees again. Otherwise, push your heels back, your head forwards, elbows brush, and rest on the block. Push down to your hands wherever you are. Come back up into plank. And then up and back into downward dog. All right, so really trying to get those muscles that are going to help you. Come up high into your toes, roll yourself forwards into plank, drop your knees if it was tough already. Chest forwards, head forwards. How slowly can you lower? You either rest here without the block or you just rest on the block. Push back up into plank and then back up into down dog. All right, one more go like that. Coming up high onto your toes. Roll yourself forwards into plank. Push head forwards, heels back, elbows bend. How slowly, mindfully. If you haven't got a block, just hold it here. Push right back up, plank. I know that's the tough bit. You can have your knees down now. And then lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Nice big breath in. Good, as you exhale, just walk the hands back towards your feet. Nice big forward fold now. Hold on to opposite elbows and relax your head. And sway from side to side. Good. And then chin to chest, roll your way up. Keep hold of opposite elbows. And then take the arms up and over the head. And then just do a few circles here. So stretching out what you've been working. And then take the circles the other way. And then bring your chin to your chest, just lowering all the way back down. Have a nice bend in your knees as you forward fold. And then release the hands, circle out the wrists. All right, walk your hands back out into your plank. Yeah. So as much as you're tucking your tail, you're drawing your chest forwards. Elbows bend. You can hover on the block or hover under your feet. And then you can drop your knees on the floor here and then come into Cobra Up Dog, or you can keep those knees off the floor. Take it up and back into Downward Facing Dog. Try that one more time. Come up high into your toes. Roll yourself forwards, plank pose. Head forwards, heels back, elbows bend. You can hover on the block or not. Undo your feet. Push through your hands. Lift your head, chest up, Cobra. Don't overarch your back. Take it up and back, Downward Facing Dog. Nice big breath in. How are we doing? Exhale, let it go. Right leg to the sky. Bring the right knee into your nose. Try and land that right foot next to the right thumb. You can keep the block there if you've got one. Rock forwards and back. Excellent. Eventually lower your left knee to the floor. Release those left toes, lift your arms up. Now you can hold on to opposite elbows again and just move from side to side. Yeah, so making sure we stretch out any tension there. Maybe take the arms forwards, round into the back. Take the arms back, open up the chest. Good, release the hands either side of the front foot and then come back into a low lunge. Stretching out that hamstring here. Breathing in, chest forwards. Breathing out, try and squeeze your right hip down. You'll step back onto your right foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Come up into a high lunge now. Lift the arms up and again, hold on to the elbows so you can sway. You can round into the back, bending the back leg. Lifting the arms back up, lifting and opening up the chest. Good, and then coming back, taking the hands either side. And now work on straightening that right leg. Squeeze your right hip back. Good, your hands can be higher here as well, don't forget. You can use your block too. Re-bend into the right leg. Take your front foot to the back. Do your vinyasa. Elbows brush the rib cage. I'm going to drop the knees so I can demonstrate that one. We can lift the head, chest up. You can keep it low by keeping the thighs, pubic bone on the floor. And then take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Yeah. Take the left leg up to the sky. Bring the left knee into your nose. Left foot lands next to that left thumb. Rock forwards and back a bit. Well done. Start to get a little bit of stretch in the legs. It's going to be all about the legs tomorrow for sure. Lower the right knee to the floor, release the right toes, lift your arms up, hold on to the opposite elbows, and again, just sway side to side. Maybe rounding into the back, chin to chest, bringing the arms down, and then lifting the arms up and sinking into it. Good, releasing the hands, take them either side, front foot. Lift the back, keep the back knee down, come back onto the right leg, and then flex left toes to the sky. Yeah, and you can do a version of this where your hands are on the block. I know you know. Inhale, and exhale. Good. Re-bending into that left leg. Tucking the back toes now, lifting the back knee, legs strong. Lift your arms up, come up into a high lunge. Again, hold on to opposite elbows. Stretch out what you've been working, side to side. Rounding into the back, bending the back leg, curving the spine. And then straightening the back leg, lifting the chest up. That's it. Good. Take the hands down either side, front foot. Good, and then start to work on straightening this left leg. Now you can bring your hands on the block, squeeze the left hip back. You can maybe bring the back foot in a bit, bring your hands higher up your thigh. Now, especially if you've not been for a while. One more breath. Good, re-bend into your left leg. Okay, this nice perfect vinyasa now. Left foot to the back of the mat. Chest forwards, heels back. Push your heels back into a wall. Elbows brush the ribcage. You can hover either on the block or off. Untuck the toes. Push through the hands to lift the chest up. And then take it back into your downward facing dog. So it might feel a little bit more like there's a little bit more going on than normal. And that's what we want. Nice big breath in. Long breath out. Again, if you've got the block there, just take it to one side. Come back into your down dog and lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Let's get into the flow now. Right foot lands inside right thumb. Come up into your high lunge. Legs nice and strong. Then the back heel drops down and you adjust your right foot towards the left side. Now spread your shoulder blades here. You flip the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into the right side. And as you breathe out, windmill your right hand down to the floor, left hand follows. Pick your back heel up, front foot to the back. Okay, you've got no block there now. Drop your knees if you need to. Chest forwards, elbows brush rib cage. Don't go lower than you would have gone with the block there. Undo your feet, push your hands and lift your head, chest up. You can always let your pubic bone be on the floor here for Cobra. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, you do you. Left leg up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring your left foot inside your left hand. Come through into your high lunge. From here, ground the back heel 45, open up. Adjust your front foot towards the right side. Spread through the fingers, through the shoulders, get that stretch. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards and take it back. Breathe into the left side. Good, big circle. Left hand comes down. Right hand follows. Pick the back heel up and take your left foot to the back of the mat. Yes, you can drop your heels. Stay there strong in plank. Chest forwards, head forwards. Elbows brush the ribcage. Hover there. Good. Undo your toes. Lift the head, chest up. Straighten the arms. Well done. Looks fabulous, guys. Take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. And long breath out. Let's keep it flowing. Right leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open up the hip and think right shoulder to left foot. Right knee into nose, foot inside the hands. Come right through, high lunge. Drop the back heel 45, adjust your front foot. Come into your warrior two shape. Flip the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into the right side. Now straighten your right leg. And bring your right arm up and over your head, Push the back hip away. Rest your right hand on your shin. It might land in front of your right ankle. Left arm up to the sky. And then take the left arm up and over your head. Squeeze your front ribs back. Push your head back. Push your head back. That's it. One more breath. Good. Looking down. Bend the front knee. Come back, warrior two. Right hand comes down. Touch the floor. Big circle. Left hand up and over. Take your front foot to the back. Good. Push your heels back. Your head forwards. Elbows brush the rib cage. Keep the core strong here. I'll do the other version now. If you want, lift the head, chest up. Lower the knees, the thighs, the pubic bone. Lift the head, chest up, Cobra. Good, then take it up and back into that downward facing dog. Good, left leg lifts up to the sky. Heel to bottom, open up the hip. Good, can you bring your left foot inside your left hand? Come through into that high lunge. Good, ground the back heel 45. My sound effects are starting to come out. Now walk your front foot forwards. Good, flip the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into this left side. Good, straighten the front leg, reach even further. That's it, and I want to feel energy drawing the legs towards each other. Good, bringing the arm up and over, so you can rest your hand on your shin. That's it, Nikki, squeeze the belly button back, right arm up to the sky. Good. Now squeeze the legs together even more. Draw your right hip forwards even more. Hold it there, nice pulling, good. Look up to the top hand. Nice, lift your chest a little bit there, Sarah. Yes, that's it. Good, and then looking down, bend the front knee, come back, warrior two. Left hand comes down, touch the floor. Big circle, right hand up and over. And then take the front foot to the back, hold it there and plank a minute. Push the head forwards. Now push your heels back into the wall. So you've got that stretch from the head. That's it, lift your head a bit more there, Sarah. Yes, push the heels back, nice Pauline. Elbows bend, hover. Nice, you can lower the thighs, pubic bone, or just lift the head, chest up. Good, nice Hazel, well done, going. Well done, Nikki. Good, Fran, take it up and back. Downward facing dog. Well done. Big breath in, guys, well done. Exhale, let it go. All right, last flow, right leg lifts up. Then the knee, open up the hip. Try and stick with it, we haven't got long now. Right foot inside right thumb, come up, high lunge. So be precise, you know where you're going now. Drop the back heel 45, adjust your front foot, find your warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach it forward, take it back, breathe into the right side. Good, big circle, right hand comes all the way to the floor. Left hand follows. Pick the back heel up, walk your right foot over to the right. Take a twist, right fingers to the sky. Don't let that left hip drop here. Twist from the belly and above. Good, turn your back toes towards the right side. Let your front foot turn onto its edge. Lift those hips up. Now strong left arm. Take your right leg back on top of the left. Any issues, drop your left knee to the floor. Now lift those hips up, lift the chest up. Hold it there, breathing in. As you breathe out, can you bring your right hand to your left hand? And then sweep the right arm back up. Try 2 more times. Hang tight. Right hand to left hand. Good. And then take it back up. You've got it. Nice. Last one. Right hand to left hand. Good. And then come into plank. Swivel on the toes. Keep strong. Elbows bent. Hover off the floor. You can drop your knees. Push back up plank. Good. Lower the knees. Push the hips back into the heels. Look forwards. Start to put the elbows on the floor. Draw the head through the arms. The chest to the floor. The elbows lift. Slide all the way through into a little cobra. And then take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Breathing in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. We've got the left side to go. Left leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring that left foot inside the left thumb. Come right through, high lunge. Okay, so notice how all this stretches what you've been working. Drop the back heel, adjust the front foot and spread the arms apart. Flip the front palm, reach it forward to get a lovely stretch all through this left side, stretching out what we've worked. Big circle, left hand comes down, right hand follows. Walk your left foot over to the left. Now brace the hips. Don't let those hips move as the left arm goes up to the sky. Now start to feel this right arm super strong. Turn the right toes towards the left side, front foot onto its side, lift and squeeze the hips up. Okay, now you can be here. Take your left leg back on top of right. For a little bit of ease, lower your right knee to the floor if you need to. Power through that right hand. That's it. Now lower the left hand to the right hand. Lower it straight and strong. Yes, and then take it back up. Good, and again, left hand to right hand. Keep the left arm straight if you can. And then take it all the way back up. Excellent, doesn't it feel great? Last time, left hand to right hand. And then go with it, both palms flat into your plank. Yes, toes turn down. Yeah, from here, adjust yourself, get into the perfect place. You know when it comes straight back up into plank, yeah? So elbows bend, hovering a Chaturanga. Push through the hands, hands to feet, feet to hands, into your plank. Lower the knees, push the hips back into the heels. Let your elbows rest on the floor as your head comes through. Roll through, let elbows lift. Lift the head, chest up, Cobra or up dog. And then we take it straight up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're going to end up seated on the floor. So you can bend the knees. These arms are strong now. Can you try and jump your feet inside the hands and then slide the feet all the way through to come to seated? Good. Well done. Let's take the hands behind. Fingers facing away. Oh, what am I talking about? Turn your fingers inwards. Might feel better for you that way. I know some people it does. If it's too much, fingers turned inwards, turn them outwards slightly. Push down through the feet, draw your shoulders back, lift your chest up. Keep pushing down through the hands and lift your hips up. As you get a nice stretch through the shoulders now. Breathing in, push through the glutes, hamstrings and core. Good. And then lower your belly, your bottom back down onto the mat. Sweep the arms forwards. And then start to lower down onto the floor. Feels good. Have your feet nice and close to your hips. So again, stretching out what we've worked. Push down to your feet. Lift the hips up. Take the hands underneath, interlace the fingers. And now walk the right shoulder blade in. And then walk the left shoulder blade in. Straighten your arms. Push your baby fingers into the floor and lift those hips up higher if you can. Breathe in. Imagine the chest rising from in between the shoulders. Good. And then breathing out. Lovely, guys. When you're ready, release the hands and then lower the spine down. Good. Feel each vertebra on the mat. Good. Take it into a happy baby. If it's too much to hold on to the edges of the feet, take your hands behind your thighs. So as much as we're thinking about relaxing the hips, feeling the spine on the floor, can you also feel your shoulder blades? All that work that you've done there. Breathing in. Good. And then breathing out. Bring the soles of the feet together. We're nearly there. Edges of the feet on the floor, knees open. Have your first fingers touching, your arms slightly bent, and just let the arms rest up and over your head. Okay, so that might be a challenge for you. Okay, so if that's a challenge, then try and work on squeezing your shoulder blades towards each other. Try and feel the elbows on the floor. Take a moment, just relax there. Breathe into the belly, into the rib cage, into the chest. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Hopefully you feel the heat of the practice, the energy of the practice. From here, you're going to bring your elbows in line with your shoulders and feel the backs of the hands as they stay on the floor. Hopefully elbows stay on the floor as well. You bring your hands into a fist and then lift the hands up towards the sky, keeping the elbows on the floor. Yeah, so you should feel the upper arms pressing into the mat, fists pointing upwards to the sky. Now lower the knuckles down to the floor, just below your elbows. So it's like you create an L shape the other way. Feel the shoulders round forwards. Lift the arms right back up. Rotate the arms in the back, shoulder blades down, and then press the backs of the hands into the floor. Good, lift the hands back up. That's it, and then very mindfully lowering the knuckles. They might not get to the floor, but rolling the shoulders forwards. Feeling what mobility you've got there. Good, and then lifting the knuckles up towards the sky. Press the backs of the hands into the mat or the floor behind you. Open up your hands and then bring your first fingers to touch again, so you're in that diamond shape. And see if you can just relax. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Good. From here, press your palms together above your head, lying down on the floor, and straighten your arms. So your arms come towards your ears. Try and press those palms together. Squeeze the shoulder blades into the mat. If you've got too much of an arch in your lower back, you can lift your knees up, have your feet flat. And then take your arms all the way to the sky, keeping your palms pressing together so those fingers are above your chest now. Arms straight. Press your hands together. Feel the strength through your arms and your shoulders. I know it's aching. Good. And then let the arms cross at the elbows and let the hands slide underneath your armpits. Underneath and around the back. Give yourself a big celebratory, celebrating, I can't say the word, celebratory hug. Breathing in, expand into the arms. And breathing out. Good, let the arms relax onto the mat, palms faced up. Bring your knees up. Take your feet as wide as the mat and then just let the knees fall in. So the right knee falls in, lifts back up, and then the left knee falls in, comes back up. And you can sway. Well done, guys. It's hard work. When you're doing it properly, it's really hard work. So it's easy to kind of just move through the vinyasa, and that's what's needed sometimes. But like today, it's a spring clean of the Chaturanga. So just a little reminder of all the things you already know, and just making sure that you're not inventing new ways of doing it that are a little bit easier, so they don't get the right muscles. We'll take the feet to the corners of the mat, let those toes turn outwards. You can draw your shoulder blades towards your tailbone, your palms face up, let your eyes close, and let your face relax. It's really interesting when we revisit things, and we do that often within each class, revisiting them, and it might be one day that something clicks, something feels different. Maybe that day was today, maybe there was a little light bulb moment, a muscle that you're not engaging, or somewhere that you're not quite connecting the things together. Sometimes you can just flow through without all that resistance and intention and focus, and that's nice to do too. every now and then just revisiting those teaching points, finding the right muscles to strengthen. So gradually it becomes easier and easier. And then we find ways to make it harder. You're welcome to take a nice long, maybe 5-6 minute Shavasana. If you're ready to move, start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. You'll enjoy that long lazy yawn now, reaching your arms above your head, stretching out those shoulders, the spine, legs. And then roll to the right side into your fetal shape. Keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated to face the front. And once you get there, just roll the shoulders a few times towards the back, and then a few times towards the front. You can let your right ear fall to the right shoulder, left shoulder heavy. And then left ear towards left shoulder, right shoulder heavy. Bring your head back to the center, palms together. Thank you so much for joining me today. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you so much again for joining me. Namaste. Have a great rest of the day. You deserve some nice, wholesome food now. Feel those muscles that you found. As always, let me know if some questions popped up. Yeah. Have a lovely evening or rest of the day.